media coverage about developments in a civil lawsuit between the city of Minneapolis and the family of George Floyd. Were you exposed to any of this coverage, directly, indirectly, inadvertently?
Yes, I did see the headline.
Okay, and what do you recall of the substance of the headline?
I believe the headline was the city of Minneapolis agreed to pay out the family of George Floyd, I want to say, to the tune of in the $20 million range.
Okay. Other than seeing the headline, did you read the article or just kind of leave it at that, knowing it's probably related?
Exactly. I left it at that, saw the headline, and saw that dollar amount as well.
And what effect, if any, do you think this might have on your ability to be impartial? When we accepted you as a juror, did it move you one direction or the other?
I would say especially that dollar amount was kind of shocking to me. That kind of sent a message that the city of Minneapolis felt that something was wrong and they wanted to make it right to the tune of that dollar amount. I think in the headline, if it would have said $2,000 versus $20 million, that's a big change. So I think that sticker price obviously shocked me and kind of swayed me a little bit. Yes.
Okay, and so you think I think you left the courtroom, everyone satisfied you could be fair and impartial. Do you think that viewing that headline has maybe moved you, kind of now that you know that that's the city of Minneapolis' opinion? To be honest, not that we care about the city of Minneapolis' opinion, but if it has an effect on you, we'd appreciate the honest answer. Does it move you off the fair and impartial position?
Yeah, I don't really know the answer to that. I guess the trial still has the right to play out, right? It hasn't even started yet. So there are definitely a lot of facts to be heard through the trial. Again, I'm just trying to share with you what I know. My gut reaction to that, again, with the dollar amount being high.
Sure.
And I'll try to leave it at that.
Okay. All right. Juror 20, I'm going to excuse you from the jury. We know that you did not seek out this information, but just on the possibility that you inadvertently saw it and it might affect your ability to be fair and impartial, we're going to exercise extreme caution here and excuse you from the jury. So thank you, though, for taking the time to come in. You are also excused from jury service completely. And so unless you get a summons in the future, you don't
All right, what's going on, guys? Your boy Young Jr. here. So this makes a murder trial for ex-cop Derek Chauvin and the 4 other cops as well that was participating in the killing of George Floyd. It happened back in March last year. And in the city of Minneapolis, the Minneapolis leaders actually came together, and Benjamin Crump was very actually happy about that. For the most part, they're actually kind of doing the settlement right now, the $27 million. Now, I'm not going to lie. When I actually heard this on the news, I was like, man, this is really, I mean, I won't say it's outrageous, but this was a significant amount of money. I believe, they really deserved this. But at the same time, too, Benjamin Crump and one of the George family members was stating that, I mean, yeah, the money is good, but at the same time, this is really not going to be... This is pretty much just hush money, if that makes sense. It's not, no amount of money is going to really just amount the pain that they actually suffered, man, and also to the injustice that they had to experience, man. Because you think about Derek Chauvin, he actually, he was charged for 3rd-degree murder, basically something that, he didn't cause the murder. It was just something out of the George Floyd system, whatever that caused him to be murdered when he was in just being detained or whatever, and before he was arrested. And it was just to this due negligence, and officers are just not being held accountable for utilizing deadly force on African Americans. And we just feel like, okay, well, you guys can continue to do this, not really making sure they're held accountable and not doing any type of police reform. So we're going to decide here to defund the police. And that actually really significantly hurt the city of Minneapolis. I mean, I think in the span of 15 years, Minneapolis spent over $71 million, man, when it comes to these type of civil lawsuits. I think last year or a couple years ago in 2019 was a black cop killed a white woman, and they were sued. for like 20 something million. So you be like, man. So I mean, Minneapolis and these type of cities, had a little bit of history. But with this whole main thing is going on, the two jurors from Derek Chauvin has been dismissed. They want to do like an impartial type of jury as they get the jurors together. And hopefully by March 29th, like I said, they go ahead and do the murder trial. Now, you had Chauvin's lawyer, Eric Nelson. He argued that the news of the hefty payout tainted the jury pool, saying the city's settlement suggested that the ex-cop is guilty of the charges. And, quote, you have the city settling a civil lawsuit for a record amount of money, and the pretrial publicity is just so concerning. So Nelson told the judge Tuesday, I'm looking at the fact that we essentially still need 3 sitting jurors plus 2 alternates. And Cahill, which is the judge on Tuesday, also expressed concern that prospective jurors will get word of reports that Chauvin may have on the verge of a guilty plea last month. According to reports, Chauvin was prepared to plead guilty to a third-degree murder charge until the U.S. Attorney General William Barr blocked the deal. Jury selection and the subsequent trial is being held under tight security, given the divisive and highly volatile nature of the case. On Tuesday, Cahill railed at media reports detailing security measures on the 18th floor of the courthouse. Okay, no witnessing proceedings. Yeah, man. So like I said, this was a huge outrage. I mean, he was, the gentleman knelt on his neck for nearly damn near 9 minutes, and that was completely uncalled for. Yeah, we can say common sense went out the window, but you are an officer and you're supposed to go here and enforce the law. And you have to understand, like, when to use, you should be trained when to use deadly force or when to be aggressive. But, with this, they continuously, their family continuously to fight. Yeah, the money would be good, but at the same time, too, it has to be, say, an example that, no matter, what type of, badge that you have, you got to be treating these people fair. At the end of the day, you can't be biased on this. And I think when you hit them in their pockets and defunding them, I'm actually for it. And people may disagree with me on this, but I'm actually for the defunding of the police, because you take away their insurance and the financial thing. You got different companies. I think some of these I think the stations are, funded, privately, and, they don't have any type of benefits going on. Then, yeah, I mean, they're going to think twice before they actually decide to be trigger happy or do whatever they want to do towards different minorities in this country. But that's what I really want to go ahead and report. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna want to do some more updates on this, more court cases and stuff like that on this channel. Something that I'm really into, so I'm really just trying new things. But that's all I really had to say. Like I said, rest in peace to Floyd, man, and just hope continuously this strong fight of civil rights will prevail. This your boy Young Lee Jr. I'm out. Deuces.